good wasn't it? Namaste, everybody. I hope you're all well, and thank you for joining today's program here in Mindfulness Asia 108. We have another fascinating topic, and today we will be talking about the ancient law of karma, perfect justice. It's like, wow. Usually when people talk about justice, they feel like things are unfair, that I don't like this, I don't like that. And the way things are set up in this world by imperfect human beings like us, things don't usually work perfectly. We wish they would. And so sometimes we feel like, oh, this is not right, this is not fair. But actually, the law of karma is an ancient law, really, that was originally set in place by the Supreme Lord. And you can rest assured that everyone gets what they deserve sooner or later. So the first thing that I wanted to say is just checking, is the sound okay? Can everybody hear me fine? We are streaming this here in 2 different places right now. So please let us know how the sound is. So it seems to be good in Twitch. I'm not sure about YouTube. I'm still waiting for the viewers there to say something. So in any case, what we're going to be starting with, as usual, is our mindfulness deep breathing. So please get into a comfortable position. For many of us, that might be to sitting, or maybe leaning back, and then just observe the breath. You can close your eyes and just relax. We've all been busy doing things already, and the mind is usually racing at 100 miles an hour, jumping from one thought to another worry, another plan, another desire to another fear. And so now we just want to leave that all behind. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Usually throughout the day, we breathe in a more shallow way. But now we want to try to deepen our breath and do abdominal breathing. And this way you will see that the belly is expanding as we inhale. And again, going back to the normal position as we exhale. So it's so nice to breathe in this fresh air, this oxygen. If you're fortunate and you have clean air to inhale, get a lot of it every day. So now we will add the mantra Garanga. This is a very special transcendental sound from the spiritual realm that can calm our mind and purify our hearts. So as we inhale, you can say Garanga silently in your mind. And when you exhale, you can say it out loud together with me. So let's practice this. Inhale. Garanga. Garanga. So we inhale for about 4 to 5 seconds, we hold for about 4 to 5 seconds, and then we exhale a little bit longer than that. Inhale. Garanga. One more. So now we should all feel more relaxed. Our mind has calmed down. This Garanga breathing meditation is so beneficial. Whenever we feel like we are having some strong emotions, we need to make an important decision. We should take a time out, hit the pause button, and just rest in this Garanga deep breathing meditation. I assure you, you will make better decisions afterwards. You won't regret acting on the spur of the moment on some emotion and saying or doing something that was not as beneficial as it could have been. So now we will have some music meditation with melody and instrument here. I will be playing this harmonium, and we will just use the same mantra Garanga again. You can close your eyes if you like, and just listen, and you can sing along if you like. So let's have a few moments of peacefulness and introspection. So you may wonder, what is the significance of this Garanga mantra? Actually, a bona fide mantra comes from the spiritual realm, and it has great spiritual potencies. The word mantra, actually, these two syllables are really, really important for us to understand what it means. That actually, man, the syllable man means mind. Yeah, so our mind. And tra is to draw away, to deliver the mind away from all the worries and problems of this material existence, and to redirect the mind onto this spiritual sound. That's really the purpose of a mantra, because when we rest our mind and our heart in this transcendental sound, the spiritual sound vibration, we will immediately feel great relief. We will feel attraction. We will feel that, wow, this is so nice. And we don't get tired of it. The beauty with this transcendental sound is you can hear it again and again and again, and it doesn't get old and boring. That is the main difference from material sound. Yeah, that's why they always have a new number one song. Yeah, in the charts. You know, if you listen to the same song over and over again, no matter how much you liked it in the beginning, because the law of material sound is that you will get tired of it sooner or later. You want change, you need change. It's the same thing with food, for example. You have somebody eats the same type of pizza, but the first, 2 3 days that, oh, no problem. But then that's all you're going to eat for the next 2 weeks. Morning, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I guarantee you, there is always this law of diminishing returns, or basically the law of less and less pleasure, until it anymore. We can't. We don't want it anymore. If somebody paid you $100 to keep eating the same thing for another 2 weeks, we would be like, no, I can't do it. So that's the beauty of transcendental sound, of these mantras, that they actually help us to redirect our mind onto this transcendental dimension, away from all the chaos, quarrel, and confusion of this temporary material world, which, after all, is not our real eternal home. Yeah, we are eternal beings. We're just having a human journey here right now on this planet Earth in the material dimension, where everything is temporary and is always changing. So we need to keep this in perspective on this human journey, and not expect that things are going to be anywhere near perfect here. They were not meant to be near perfect. If we want perfection, perfect love, perfect happiness, then that longing actually comes from the soul, from us. It's a very deep internal longing, and it is real, and it can be satisfied, but only in the spiritual dimension, our real home, where we can exist eternally. So today, our point The topic here is karma, perfect justice. So before we embark on this topic, let me just try to define this word karma, because usually when people refer to this word karma, for example, they may say, oh, that's bad karma. They imply that karma is the reaction or the result of what one did before. But actually, according to ancient wisdom, karma actually means action. So the action that we perform, that is actually karma. So what people refer to is the result or the fruit of the action, the reaction, in other words, yeah. That is the karmic reaction or the karmic fruit. So first comes the action, which is called karma, and then there will be a reaction, a fruit, a result, yeah. And so the action that a person takes will determine what type of karmic reaction there will be. So for example, if we are engaging in a nice way, we're helping maybe somebody cross the street, or we carry something for somebody who is struggling, or any kind of nice action, then according to the law of karma, there will be an equal or similar reaction to that action, and it will be positive. Yes. But if we are engaging in harmful or hurting behavior to another living being, then according to the law of karma, we will have to experience a similar reaction to that action that we just took. And so that is very important to appreciate. Just my herbal tea here. So this human journey that we have, yes, so we are having a human body, and we're basically experiencing what it's like to be here in this material dimension. But what is special about the human form of life compared to the animal forms of life is when the living being, you and I, when we are temporarily existing in a human body, we have responsibility. We are responsible for our actions. There's no free lunch. Yeah. So actually there will be a price that we have to pay for everything. And so, for example, they say that the criminal, yeah. So sometimes it may seem that a criminal gained a lot when he's not caught by the law enforcement in this world. And it may really seem so, and maybe they never get caught. They think they are so smart, and they tricked everybody, and now they're hiding in another country or whatever, or maybe they have a new name, a new passport, and they completely change their external appearance, and nobody will ever find them. But do you think you can trick the law of karma? No, 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 no. So no one can escape from the law of karma. Sooner or later, it may even be in the next lifetime, a person has to pay the price for what they did. Yeah, this law of karma is actually one of the material laws, and it will always work perfectly. Just like we know the law of gravity, right? You throw something up, sooner or later it will come down. It's like, unless you can throw it into outer space, but good luck, But even if you throw it like a mile or a kilometer off the ground, it will come back down. And so that's the law of gravity. But the law of karma, it will always work perfectly. And that's why we're saying the law of karma actually guarantees that there is perfect justice for everyone. So this is sometimes difficult for people to appreciate, because so many things happen in this material world that we don't like. Yeah. So people are suffering, they're being hurt, they're being harmed. But we should appreciate that whatever happens to me right now in the present moment is actually a result of some things that I have done in the past. So, for example, if I'm experiencing that somebody stole something from me, then I should actually not get overly angry about it, but appreciate that I must have done something similar in the past. And maybe I wasn't very careful and intelligent in protecting what was stolen. Yeah, so that's another aspect that actually is always very beneficial when we try to take full responsibility for what happens to us. And then that gives us the opportunity to really make positive changes, to really understand, just like, wow, because we see in this world very different things happen to different people, right? Even if they're on the same location. You might have like thousands of people being hit by an earthquake or a typhoon or something, but not all of them experience the same outcome, right? Not all of them get swept away. Not all of them, get injured or have their body their body might die. Some of them, they are always a survivor. Same with plane crashes. Yeah, why is it that some people survive and others not? Right? So the law of karma is actually individual. It's basically as you sow, so shall you reap, right? So sometimes people talk about collective karma, or how this happens to a certain society or country, and that may to a limited degree apply in some situations, but it's quite complex. The law of karma is actually really a huge, vast network of actions of all living beings in this material world in a human form of life. So we should appreciate that it is just, and it applies to us personally. So that's all I can control, right? I can control how I'm treating somebody, my action, and so that is action means karma. So, but if we want a better future, and many people are interested in this, right? So they try to act in a kind way so that they have a better future later on. And so this is of course better than being really mean and destructive and just creating a hellish future. So, but that's not the perfect solution. We will talk about this a little bit later. So for now, let us just appreciate that everyone will get what they deserve, and it is passing. Yeah, so sometimes we may experience, wow, what a setback. This is really difficult. But actually, maybe it's just the last setback, the last karmic reaction that they have to experience before they can move on to a really better place. Yeah, so we don't see the big picture. That's the main thing. We need to be a little bit humble and appreciate that we're not in control, and we shouldn't be so, judgmental or, so we need to have some faith that actually this law of karma is perfect, and if we are using this human form of life in an intelligent manner, actually, can assure a fantastic outcome. So when we know that the law of karma is always perfect, then this opens another whole angle on this whole feeling of crime and hatred and revenge. Yeah, because usually if something bad happens to me or to somebody else, then the natural inclination is that we also wish them well. We want revenge. We want them to suffer and hurt, and pay for this. We want them to be caught. And of course, that's good. The justice system should do their job well. Society overall will be safer and protected from dangerous individuals. Yeah, but at the same time, we don't need to go out of our way to be wishing somebody else the worst thing and trying to get this feeling of revenge satisfied, because the law of karma will take care of it. Don't worry. So we might not be aware of how it works, and we might not be there when it happens, but that's not really in our best interest that we are harboring these sentiments of revenge and anger. Rather, it is much, much more beneficial if we can actually learn how to be a well-wisher, even in the face of adversity, that we can actually forgive, because most of the time people don't know what they